The Metropolitan Police face calls to explain why Boris Johnson wasn't fined after photos emerged of him drinking at a Downing Street event during lockdown.
There have been rumours of these photos for months. Now they're out there for everyone to see and make up their own mind. But we could get the definitive report into all these events as soon as tomorrow.
A catastrophic failure of intelligence, diplomacy and planning. MPs deliver a damning report into the government's handling of the evacuation from Afghanistan last summer.
Good morning. Why chickens are no longer the cheap option. As food and fuel prices continue to rise, we ask how long can we keep them as a Sunday staple?
A French fight back for Emma Raducanu as the British #1 wins her first match on the clay at Roland Garros in Paris.
We will be joining forces live with Radio 2 to name the song chosen to be the Jubilee Thank You Day anthem.
And get your lycra out challenge. Anneka is returning to our screens after 30 years, and Anneka herself will be telling us all about it.
The Metro leads with the publication of photos apparently showing the Prime Minister giving a toast at an event that broke lockdown rules in November 2020. The Guardian has a similar picture showing Boris Johnson holding a drink inside Downing Street. The Daily Telegraph reports that the Met Police is coming under pressure for not fining Boris Johnson for attending the leaving event for his aid. The Daily Express has a headline, "Nothing to see here," also in response to the Prime Minister not getting fined. The Eye is leading with how the recently released pictures could affect Boris Johnson's reputation. How did he get away with this is the headline on the Daily Mirror. The Daily Star has an arrow pointing to drinks in the image, saying, yep, it's defo not a party. The Mail leads with planned rail strikes, which it says could result in power cuts and cause supermarkets to run low on food supplies. The Financial Times says the Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, is drawing up new plans for a possible windfall tax to tackle the rising cost of living. And The Sun has a report that one of the pitch invaders at the Etihad Stadium at the weekend has been found to be an off-duty police officer.
We're going to start with the Mirror. Lots of papers featuring that image of the Prime Minister drinking at an event in Downing Street during lockdown. Mirror says, how did he get away with this? That's their headline on the front page.
Pictures everywhere this morning, isn't it? Here it is again on the front page of The Times, and they're reporting in their splash on the front page that the senior civil servant Sue Gray was pressured to drop her so-called Partygate report during what it calls a secret meeting with the Prime Minister. That meeting, of course, was the subject of big debate, isn't it, yesterday about who asked for it to take place. A government source insisting the meeting was just to discuss the handling and what it calls the choreography of the Gray report.
The Telegraph suggests the new photos put pressure on the Metropolitan Police to explain why they did not fine the Prime Minister when it investigated this particular event.
And the Mail doesn't have that picture on the front page. Instead, It is warning the nation could face power blackouts, petrol shortages, strikes and empty shelves if rail unions vote in favour of a strike action later today. The paper reports that emergency plans are being drawn up by rail chiefs to prioritise freight trains on some routes if the strike happens.